Hi everybody. Hello. Hi. I'm just making sure that my volume is working and that everybody can hear me. And we're ready to start my day, or ready to start our Friday here. Ready to talk about getting unstuck and about celery juice. Yes, everybody, we're going to get into the celery juice conversation today, right? If you guys are here, do me a favor, let me know you're here, because it's easier to do a live video when your community is watching and they're getting involved. I see Lindsay and I see Emily jumping on there. I'm just waiting for Eric to let me know that he can hear me okay. So before I talk about today's video, I wanted to let you know I'm going to attach a free download for you. It is Healthy Eating on the Go. So when the video is over, you can click on the link and it'll take you over to Healthy Eating on the Go. It's filled with snacks and samples of snacks. Hey, Christy, Amber, Cynthia. And so I'll attach that link in the comments, right? Bev, there you guys are. It is mid-August. Kids are back in school, I think, in the US, right? You guys putting your kids back in school? How does it feel? My kids go back after Labor Day, so not until September. Hello. So I think that we're all starting to get our health goals back on track too, because September 2nd, or not September 2nd, September in general is like January. The 2nd January is like a new time to make our health goals, right? To create those health goals. We got Michelle here and Desiree here also. I think that routine of this kids going back to school, right, gets us in. That's one of the reasons why everybody, and also because we have events coming up, right? We have Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh God, what am I talking about that for? That's way too far away. But we have these goals from September until November, right? We're almost there. Holidays are almost over. And so our topic today, right, getting unstuck and celery juice. So let's start with the celery juice, right? Why celery? Tastes really good, actually. Why celery juice? Why am I into celery juice right now? I mean, I don't expect that I'm going to save the world with celery. I'm not, just really realistic in my expectations. But what kind of nutritionist would I be if I didn't try out some of these things and give you my honest opinion? Have you tried this yet? Any of you? Have you given this stuff a try? Or have you tried any kind of juicing, right? I'm not a huge fan of juicing. I'm really not. I just feel that you shouldn't take all that pulp and throw it away, right? I think that you should eat the vegetable or eat the fruit. I mean, I don't buy into the celery craze 100%, but there are hundreds of thousands of tags on Instagram, hashtag celery. So I think there's something going on here. Michelle never tried it? No, you haven't tried it? It's pretty good. It's not so I'm not buying into the celery craze 100%, but I've been trying it, right? My background's in nutrition, and I know that drinking celery juice once a day on an empty stomach is not going to do me any harm at all. Now, my stomach's not empty right now. This is the second celery juice I have today. I don't think celery juice is going to save the world, right? But how much does celery cost where you are? Where I am, celery is super duper expensive. Like in winter, it's like $6 for a bunch of celery, right? It's crazy. But right now, celery's on sale. It's $1.49 for a big bunch of celery. In the US, that's probably, this is Canadian dollars, so that's probably $1.10 for a big bunch of celery, right? It's on sale, so that's one of the reasons I'm trying it too. Now, this stuff is not something that somebody is trying to sell you or scam you or get you to buy, right? It's not a pill, it's not a power, it's not multi-level marketing, it's just celery, right? Let's get that out of the way, right? It's just celery. Nobody's trying to make a profit pushing celery on you. It's not a supplement, it doesn't come in a bottle, it's not unsafe. Let me know what you guys, if you guys juice, let me know what kind of juices you do. I mean, what's to lose besides a little bit of time prepping and cleaning the juicer, right? Idaho, 78 pounds. 78 cents a pound. Oh, that's pretty good. But it's more expensive in the winter, your celery, right, Bev? Yeah, so it's a little bit of prep, right? If you don't have a juicer, you can put it in a blender, and then you just squeeze the celery juice, the pulp out, and just drink that juice, right? So I was saying that celery juice it's not a supplement, right? It doesn't come in a bottle. And I checked, and guess what? It comes in a bottle now. Please don't buy celery juice in a bottle. It's just not the same thing, right? Someone decided to cash in on the celery craze, and they don't care about your health. Michelle, I juice apples and oranges together. Yum. What do you do with all the pulp? Like I was saying, people just want to sell you something, right? Okay, there's scientific data today that suggests that celery juice contains antioxidant compounds. They're called flavones. It's spelled Flavones, but it's pronounced flavins with an A, long A. So these flavins could stop or reduce specific reactions in the body that lead to chronic inflammation. Okay. Speaking of inflammation, you feed it to, Michelle says she juices apples and oranges and she feeds it to her chickens. Oh, Michelle, I love that. You need to post a picture for me here later of your chickens. I want to see that. That is awesome. I bet you they love it. Okay, so I was talking about inflammation, right? I have eczema on my hands. Look at that finger. I put a Band-Aid on it right now. Hi, Aaron. So I have eczema, right? So that's inflammation, right? I hate it. It itches. It bothers me. I know that this eczema comes from inside, right? It's not something that I can just slap a cream on it and fix the problem, right? It's a symptom of something going on inside of my body, and it's been going on for a while now, right? It comes and goes, you know. So this is one of the reasons that I'm raising a glass to celery juice, right? I'm doing it every day in the morning on an empty stomach, 5 days a week, right? To see if it can help with my itchy and my eczema. So far I can tell you, it hasn't helped me with my eczema, right? But you know what? I feel more hydrated. That's something positive. I'm going to continue one more week, right? I'm going to watch the price of celery, and maybe I'll change my mind and do spinach next week or something different, right? Michelle says that her chickens love it, but she'll have to try the celery juice. Okay, so what I'm doing with the celery juice pulp is I tried a recipe of adding the pulp and adding cheese and an egg and making little biscuits with it, and it turned out really, really gross. So I couldn't eat them. But I take the pulp, I put it in my fridge, I put it in my freezer, I freeze the pulp, and then I use it in soups and I use it in stews. I don't have any chickens, Michelle, to feed that pulp to, but it gives a really good flavor in soups and stews. So that's something I've done with it. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic, right? Okay, hands up, who's going to try celery juice next week? Hey, Selena, you were just texting me on Messenger. I saw you. I'm over here, though. Okay. Yeah, it's great. And you know what, Michelle? It's a great idea, but you know, I think I'm going to be happy I have all that celery pulp in the winter time when celery's like $6 a bush. What is it called? A bushel or whatever. Okay, so next topic I want to talk about. So I wrote about it this week. Weight loss, stuck in a weight loss rut, right? Stuck in a weight loss rut. So this is more for the people who are not cruising through their first year on their pink cloud. My question is, who has come off of that pink cloud, right? Oh, Michelle, thank you. A bunch, you say. Okay, so celery is a bunch of celery. That's what you call it. Okay, thanks. Okay. Okay, who's realized that the bariatric surgery is just a tool, right? That's falling off that big pink cloud, right? And so my question to you this week is, like, who wants to get their tool to work better and to kind of get unstuck? Whether it's a mental block or a physical block, something you're eating, something you're doing, who wants to get unstuck? Hey, Katie. So I think that we all have these feelings, right? After one time or another, like after weight loss surgery, like that first year is so exciting because there's so many wins during that first year, right? It's just win, win, win. We're winning all the time. Now, tell me, what were some of your wins during your first year, right? Your NSVs, which mean your non-scale victories, not just the weight, right? What were some of your biggest wins the first year, right? If you can remember, like, what was that thing that made you go, oh my God, I'm so happy I did this? Julie Ann Campbell, Christina, hey girl, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so I'm asking you, what were some of your wins? I'm just thinking off the top of my head here, the weight, okay, we know the weight is going to fall off, right? The doctor is like super happy with our cholesterol levels. Some of us get the opportunity to get off our medications, diabetic medications, high blood pressure medications. Some of us can bid adieu to diabetic medications, our back, knees, hips, feet, less pain, feel better, right? Oh, non-scale victory. Who got to buy a new wardrobe, right? That's a non-scale victory. Oh, a lot of people tell me that they no longer have to use seatbelt extenders, able to cross the legs better, sleeping better, happier, right? Okay, the I lost a lot of weight list of pros goes on and on and on, depending on your specific circumstances before you had surgery, right? Depending on your health and everything. But I think we move into year 2 with confidence, right? Most of us like move into year 2 with confidence. But have we made the changes necessary in order to keep those first year results, right? That was my question. Have we made the changes needed in order to keep those first year results? So that's why I'm asking today, is it time to reevaluate, right? Just to look back and reevaluate. We can reevaluate anytime. Valentina, hello. We can reevaluate anytime during this journey, right? Not just at the 12-month mark, not just at the 2 years, 4 years, 10 years. We can do it at any time, okay? So if you're stuck, it might be a time to reevaluate and just make a few little tweaks and a few little changes. It's never too late to make those healthy changes, right? Every single day is a new day, and every single day is an opportunity to make the next meal a healthier one, right? How am I doing? I think we get a second chance every time we eat, right? Every time we eat. So we can get unstuck also at any time, right? Hi, Haley. So the bariatric, that pink cloud that we're floating on, the bariatric pink cloud lasts for about a year, right? But the tool stays with you for a lifetime, right? The tool's not going anywhere. And so there's a few things I want to talk about, like what kind of changes that we can make to get the scale to move again, right? Or to get our sugars back to normal again, or to get our blood pressure back at the normal range again if we find that it's starting to creep up again, right? So I'm going to talk about 3 things that we can do. There's so many things that we can do, but let's just talk about the 3 biggies, right? And if there's something that I'm missing, hey, Haley, if there's something that I'm missing, let me know, because I want to chat about that also. So the first place I wanted to start about getting unstuck is with food, right? What are the foods that we should be avoiding? Guys, let me know. Hey, Melinda, what are the foods that we should be avoiding in general, right? What are the no-nos, right? Everyone says carbs, but when I say carbs, what are those carbs? Like, what are we talking about, right? For me, it's processed foods, chips, crackers, pretzels, bread, chips, bagels, tortillas, pasta, rice, potato, the ice cream, chocolate, all that stuff, right? And so we're aiming for a diet which is very low in sugar and very low in starch, right? Michelle, bingo, fast food, man. You got it. I mean, I just drive by McDonald's and I smell the French fries, and I have to keep my car on the road. Turn off. Simple carbs, right? Carbs that convert really quickly to sugar, right? You got those carbs like your sweet potatoes that takes a longer time to convert to glucose, but your simple carbs, like they're basically pre-digested, right? They hit your stomach and immediately convert into glucose. What sorts of foods? Yeah, pasta, rice, crackers, Melinda says. Anything made with wheat flour. Yeah, anything made with refined processed flour, exactly. So when I talk about what we should be eating now, okay, so what kind of foods are we going to eat to get back onto our pink cloud again? This is what my favorite expression, whole life, fresh, natural, good quality food. That's what we should be eating. So we think meat, poultry, fish. If you don't like fish, that's fine. Eggs, seafood, lots of low carb veggies, right? small amounts of low sugar berries, and this is the time of year to be eating your berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, eat berries. Nuts and seeds, small amounts of nuts and seeds, full fat dairy products, and healthy fat. Those are the foods that we should be eating to get back onto that pink cloud again when we fall off. And if you guys asked for that diet that I made last week, I sent to a few of you. It was hey beba, it was a 1 day really simple meal plan to follow for 3 days. I'm telling you, you guys rocked it, and you lost like 4, 5, 6 pounds in 3 days. That's really amazing, right? That was an amazing result. You know what it was? It was just real food. There was no tricks. There was no powders. It was no supplements. There was no celery juice. It was just really basic. Try driving by a plant fried daily. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, my car would have a really hard time staying on the road. Bev is saying I would have a really hard time. What about almonds? Yeah, almonds, small amounts of almonds are good, Haley's asking. Nuts that are a little bit lower in carbs, it's fine. Let's not be carbophobic either, right? Let's try to reduce our carbs, right? Pistachios, pecans and macadamia nuts are lower on the carb scale, and almonds are a little bit higher. What about, Michelle says, grocery shop on the outside of the store. Bingo! We want to shop on the outside. As soon as you enter down those aisles, you have a box trying to tell you that it's healthy. Baloney. We don't want to be there. We don't want to eat that food that's in those aisles. Selena says, it's crazy, but since surgery I cannot do eggs. Oh, poor you. I've tried them all kinds of ways, and every time I got sick. So, super interesting, Selena. You could try them in a couple weeks again, but yeah, that would be really terrible, wouldn't it? I love my eggs. Hey, Cindy. So maybe you have an egg sensitivity. So eggs are one of those foods that people react to. So maybe eggs are kind of going to be like dairy, right? Like dairy. Some people get lactose intolerance. Eggs, when I'm doing working with clients and looking for food sensitivities and trying to to help them with things like skin issues, eggs are one of the first things that I take out of the diet. So interesting. Let's see how this goes, Selena. So the foods that I was talking about, right? The foods that we should be eating, you got to notice that what I listed, what I talked about, and what Michelle was saying on the outside of the supermarket, those are the whole foods, right? They don't have what a whole food. They don't have a list of ingredients, right? It's just the food product. Melinda says, I ground up nuts in my coffee grinder like you suggest. Love them. Yes, Melinda, great. So sometimes I don't feel like eating a handful of nuts, right? But I want to get some healthy fat. Grinder, I put nuts and seeds. So pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, Brazil nut, it's full of selenium, and maybe a couple of almonds, and I grind that up in a coffee grinder. I used to do it in a blender, and then I got a coffee grinder and started doing it in the grinder. I put that in a little container, I put it in the fridge, and I sprinkle it on stuff. Good job. You know what, Melinda? That is going to help you with your brain fog. Well, not if you have brain fog, but it helped me with my brain frog. Yeah, helped me. Because our brain is made up of like 70% fat. And we're starving our brains by not feeding it fat, right? We're getting lethargic, tired, memory issues. Those nuts and seeds, I call it brain food. Good girl. Hey, Mary, thanks for watching. So like I was talking about the whole foods, right? And how whole life fresh now is a food that doesn't come with a label, right? It doesn't have a long list of ingredients in it. So all the foods I was talking about, the meat and poultry and fish, seafood, nuts, seeds, berries, they don't have labels on them, right? That's a real food. Nobody should have to tell you that your food is natural. You should already know it's natural because it doesn't come with a label. Sandra and Kim, hey guys. So yeah, we're trying to stay with foods that aren't real foods, right? No tricks, no pills, no shakes, there's no tricks, right? Just real food. Okay, so I just talked a lot about the food topic. I want to talk about exercise. You know, if you're not doing it right now, that's okay, right? I know most of us want to have an exercise. Exercise is so important. It really is. It's like a part of the puzzle that's missing. I always say weight loss occurs in the kitchen, but good health occurs through exercise, right? We can exercise our way out of a bad diet. Maybe we could do that when we're 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. It's really hard to I'm back up again. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes, 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 all good? Can we keep going? Yes, hi Cynthia. Yes, you can hear me now. Okay, bye-bye microphone. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. So we talked about food, guys. Thanks for sticking around, right? So we talked about food, right? And we talked about how important the food knew it. And now we're moving on to the exercise. We really need to take this stuff seriously. Guys, September's around the corner. I really want to talk about exercise. Yay, glad. How it prevents age-related diseases, right? And it reduces the symptoms of depression, right? It's a big key to the bariatric successful journey. But not only bariatric, it's about aging well, right? It's not only for people who'd had bariatric surgery. If you haven't had surgery, you haven't had surgery, I really want you to take this exercise. It takes some form of exercise. Do something you like. Bike, walk, jog, go to the gym, participate in a yoga class, swim, garden, stay active, right? I've personally seen what inactivity does, and it really scares me, right? Don't allow this to happen to you. Love yourself enough to move that beautiful body of yours. And if you've been inactive, you know what? Today can be the first day of your active life, right? Move. Okay. If you want to talk about exercise, if you're having a roadblock or you're having a hard time, let me know, right? Because I'm there for you. We can talk about different plans and different routines and something that might interest you. Okay. The last part I want to talk about today is sleep. Okay. I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. Sleep is the best free medicine in the whole wide world, right? This is something I find a lot of times I ask people, how are you eating? My diet's perfect. Are you exercising? Yeah, I'm walking every day. How are you sleeping? My sleep patterns are all messed up. So every day we get an opportunity to sleep better. Sleep is really powerful. I see people's weight loss start to move again when they start to sleep better, right? So it's a time for our body, our sleep to rebuild, to regroup, right? We don't take the time to sleep properly. We get all out of balance. We get totally out of whack. This puts a lot of stress on our body and a lot of stress on our hormones. We create hormones like cortisol, right? Our cortisol levels get really, really high. And when that starts to rise, high levels of the cortisol hormone make weight loss more difficult, right? So I want you guys just to take your sleep really seriously. It's all about self-care. It's saying, I love myself enough. Forget about going to the hairdresser, getting your nails done. I love myself enough that I'm going to make sleep a priority in my life, right? So we start talking about a sleep hygiene plan. Is your bedroom the perfect temperature? Is it dark enough in your room to sleep? Are there noises that are keeping you awake at night? I wear a sleep mask. I wear earplugs. What do you guys do to make sure that you sleep well? I know there are people out there who don't have any problem with sleep, right? They close their eyes and they go to sleep. I have a son who can literally sleep with his eyes open. It takes him about 2 seconds to fall asleep. I have to fight for it, right? So I wear a sleep mask. I wear earplugs. I make sure that I have a fan on me. I make sure I take these things very serious, right? I want you to figure out what you can do to improve your sleep conditions, right? Take advantage of this really healing sleep. So that was the talk for today, right? It was about pink cloud, getting unstuck. I want to talk about 3 things that we can do to get unstuck, and one of them was nutrition, was adding a little bit of exercise, and was keep taking your sleep more seriously, right? You know, the video is almost over. Hope you guys are still here after my microphone cut out. We all go through periods where we feel stuck, right? I mean, I like to say the champions, they rise to the top and they don't stay stuck for too long. Oh, Melinda, I have small kids, so I cannot use earplugs. Yes, you know what? My kids are big now. And it's probably, sometimes I do feel like a little bit of a bad mom, you know, sticking my earplugs. And that's a really good point. But, you know, it really, really helps me a lot, right? Because I was having such a hard time. And it was just something I do for my sleep. But, Melinda, your kids are still small. You have to keep those earplugs out. You know, I like to use the elevator analogy, right? That I talk to clients on the phone, I talk about the elevator. I'm like, okay, so you guys are getting off. Don't get off on the 6th floor, right? Come with me all the way to the 10th floor, and let's rock this. When you get off on the 6th floor, there are a lot of people. They're having Starbucks coffee. They're having a celebration. They lost a lot of weight, but they'll tell you, I still want to lose the last 40 pounds, the last 30 pounds, the last 20 pounds. We need to go all the way to the top. We need to rock the elevator all the way up to the 10th floor. On the 10th floor, there's less people there, right? And those are the people who are going to tell you, it's never done, right? It's never like done and done. Oh yeah, I lost 100 pounds, it's done. No, they're trying to get healthier, and they're trying to make better decisions, and they're doing things like drinking celery juice, and they're trying all these health hacks, right? Hey, Melissa. Lola. So yeah, I'm just saying, take control, get a plan together, and that nobody can take that away from you. Make your plan and unstuck yourself, right? So I hope you guys have a good weekend, and that you have some nice plans. I think that I'm going to make sure to take advantage of the nice weather we're having right now, get some sun, and enjoy myself. You guys, thanks for watching. Sorry about the crappy audio today, and I'll see you again next week. If you want me to talk about a specific topic, let me know, and I will. I'll do a video for you, whatever topic interests you. Thank you, Melissa. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.